Hey YouTube world. My name is Roxanne, and this is my first video for YouTube. It will very likely be my first and last, not sure. Um, I I don't see I don't know. Who knows where this will go? I didn't even bother putting makeup on, so sorry. But the purpose of this video is I just wanted to share a little bit about myself and who I am, and kind of just shed some light on some opportunities for those older nurses, LVNs that are returning back to school like myself, in pursuance of your RN, whether it be your ADN or your BSN. I just felt like there's a lot of YouTubers that while I love their videos and I'm a huge fan, I don't really relate. My journey is a little different, and it just led me to think, or to wonder how many are out there that that may be sharing a similar journey and just can't relate. So again, I've been an LVN for 14 years. I have spent the last several years working on basics and just really trying to prepare for advancing my career and getting an RN, whether it be an ADN or a BSN. And there's a huge long testimony behind all of that, and that, I don't know, may prompt a second video, who knows. But what I really wanted to say and what I really wanted to come on here and share is that, as mentioned before, like I can totally relate to, or I want to be able to relate to those of you that, you're not a young 20-something-year-old straight out of high school, living with mom and dad, trying to pursue this dream. I kind of want to reach the older adult, like myself, the 40-something-year-old or the 30-something-year-old that has raised, most of her family anyway. I have grown kids, and I'm going through a LVN to BSN program, an accelerated online program. And in my search on YouTube, I really could not find any YouTubers that I could really relate with on that level. Again, although I really, there's some YouTubers on here that I love and I love to watch. Shout out to those girls, those young ladies that are doing it. But although they're fun to watch, I just can't relate. So what I wanted to share is, for if you're an LVN like myself and you're returning to school and you're looking for a BSN program, or if you don't have any medical or healthcare experience and you're interested in going directly to obtaining your RN, I just wanted to share this opportunity with you. That I have come across and I am going to school for, and a program that not many are aware of that is amazing. It's an amazing program. I love it. I highly recommend it. I'm constantly sharing about it. You would think I'm getting paid to promote it, but I'm not. It's just that you just have no idea how long it's taken me to get here. And so that I just value and appreciate this opportunity so much. So, all that to say that almost a year ago, I enrolled in Western Governors pre-licensure program. It's offered in several states throughout the U.S. And it's offered here in Texas as well. And so this February 1st I'll be in 1 whole year as a student, and it's such a great program. I can't speak highly of it enough, but it is. If you're someone like myself that learns best alone, or doesn't have the time to sit and be lectured, and has to juggle family and so on and so forth. This is a great program. This program is broken down into I think it's 5 or 6 terms. I should know this, right? I'm so sorry, but it's 5 or 6 terms. So basically it's 2.5 years. The first 6 months, you're in what's called a pre-licensure term. And this term, each term, shall I say, is 6 months long. So, but the first term, you're not officially in the nursing program. The first term is basically getting through those classes, whether there's prereqs that you lack, or like they have their own set. There's only so many classes that will transfer, and that's kind of the disadvantage for some people. But if you've worked on all your prereqs, just know that you're probably going to have to take biochemistry, maybe statistics if you've not already taken that, but most likely biochemistry. And then of course they have their own how would you say, curriculum of classes that you need to complete within the first term. Then once you complete that, you do go through it's not a very formal in like a interview process. And then once you go through that, if you've done everything all your requirements, and you have fulfilled everything that's required of you, then you can progress on to the actual nursing program. So I currently am in my 2nd term, which started round about August and will end in January. And it is the term, once you get into your 2nd term, or let's see. Yeah. So at the beginning of your 2nd term, you will be required to go to lab. And there's going to be, it's like a couple weekends. It'll be like a Saturday and Sunday, and then another Saturday, and then another final Saturday to do your, perform your skills. And so that'll be like your test day. And so that's required for each term for the most part. I can't really speak on future terms, only because number 1, I'm not there. And number 2, I just haven't looked at my cohort calendar that far ahead. But I will say that once you complete your first term skills labs, then you can go on to start your clinicals. And the great thing about WGU is your clinicals are only required once every 3 months. So every 3 months, there will be a 2-week stretch or a 2-week window where you will be required to fulfill 5 12-hour shifts of clinicals. So it could be like 2 days the first week, or 2 shifts the first week, 3 shifts the second week, or however it works out with your mentor. Okay. Now WGU does provide a site, a clinical site, but fortunately for me, the hospital organization that I work for has a contract with WGU. And so because there's already an established contract, the hospital agreed, which is my employer, they agreed, and then WGU agreed, and they were like, I mean, there's already the contract. You just basically had to have both like kind of sign off or consent that you were good to go. The only kicker was I had to find my own mentor. So I just wanted to say, like if you do work for a hospital or a hospital organization like I do, it's a great idea to determine if there's already an established contract, or if they're willing, if your entity that you work for is willing to establish a contract with WGU, then it's just a matter of signing on the dotted line. Like it's a super simple process. However, you're going to have to find your own mentor. So I was lucky enough to find my own mentor through the assistance of a manager on the floor. So that was a blessing. Okay, so that's a rare opportunity. The regular and expected opportunity is that they will assign you your clinical site. That could be an hour from you. That could be 2 hours from you. Some people fly in and they do their clinicals. Whatever shifts your mentor works during that window, that's what you're obligated to do. So if they work nights, if they work weekends, if they work days and you're not used to working day, whatever their schedule is, that's what you follow. There's a little bit more flexibility if you are working it the way I am or the way I've had the opportunity to, but that's not the norm. That is by exception. I'm sorry. Remember, this is my first YouTube video, so I'm all tongue twisted and whatever, and I did not practice this, and I'm not going to audit it. We're not going to be doing all that. I just wanted to just express this opportunity for those out there that are in my shoes and just want to advance, but either can't do the brick and mortar, don't want to do the brick and mortar, or just don't have the time to be competitive. Now, I will say, if you are in the DFW area in Texas, they are not as competitive here. I don't know if it's because it's not well known yet, and people just aren't aware of the program. But like Houston, California for WGU, highly competitive, highly. So that's another great thing for me is I basically was able to submit my application. I was able to submit my transcripts. They reviewed them. It was like a 3-week process. You're in. This is the cohort you can start with, so on and so forth. We got started. So, there's so much more information to go or to talk about for WGU. And again, I'm not being compensated in any way to promote. But if you will, leave a comment below if you have any questions, anything that I can touch on. If I didn't touch on something and you're just curious, whatever the inquiry, I'll address it. Again, I've just had this itch because I know that there's people out there, like I said, that can relate to this and are just looking for an opportunity. This program is comprehensive. So our tests are comprehensive. You're assigned a mentor, but they're not going to teach you anything. So it's very self-taught, but let me tell you, the curriculum is presented in a way that it's conducive and you can learn it and you can self-teach it. Look, without going through all my history, because that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. Maybe I'll put some makeup on for that. But anyway, I'm an 8th grade dropout. You hear me? I tried to go to 9th grade. I had a life-threatening accident happen to me. I tried to go back in 10th grade. I ended up pregnant with my first son. I was a teen mom of a special needs child. Long story short, I'm an 8th grade dropout. Okay? Now, when my son was about, like 4 or 5 years old, I was trying to go, he was about 3 or 4 years old, and I was desperate. I wanted to walk the stage. I wanted to get my degree. And so I went into like an at-risk program at another high school, and I was trying to give it my all, but I didn't know, I just wasn't educated enough. It was fast paced, as most like, chartered or, programs like that are. At least they were back in my day. Like, I'm in my 40s, so it doesn't even matter. And now they're different. Now I think it's like you just do some packets and I don't know. Don't get me to talking about that. But anyway, I had the director come and sit me down like a month into the program, and he was like, hey, look, your situation with your child is way too mature for high school. And, you just need to get your GED and you need to go to college. You talk about deflated. You talk about like kicked in the gut and the teeth at the same time. And I was so devastated. I was so hurt. And I was so brokenhearted because all I wanted to do was prove that, hey, I got myself in this situation, but it's not a lost cause and I can still be successful. Okay, let me tell you what. That was October of 1994. January of 1995, I was enrolled in college at the local community college. I had a full load, okay? It's comical now because I don't know what the heck I was thinking that I could go back to college full time. I was a single mom and I had to take care of this child by myself, okay? But it didn't matter. It didn't stop me. It discouraged me. It delayed me. It was like a bump in the road, but it did not stop me. I went on in 1998 to get my medical assistant certificate. And then I went on in 2004, graduated as an LVN. And then I just started picking one college course here, one college course there. And like I said, I'll go into this at another time. But I just want to say to you, if I can do WGU, so can you. And again, it's an accelerated program. It's not meant for everybody, but it is meant for those like myself that have a family that are determined, that are motivated. You do have to be driven. You do have a mentor and they're going to, be like a cheerleader. They're going to like direct you. Hey, start this course, do this course that, you got to have this one. You'll have soft deadlines, things like that. But you know what? Nobody can make you do this program and nobody can make you do the next assignment. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, feel free, like I said, to leave a comment below and I will definitely tell you how, when, what, whatever. I might make another video. I feel like now I've got to tell you my testimony, right? I feel like now you need to know who I am to understand why I appreciate this program and why I didn't even take the time to put on my makeup, because I have been telling myself I was going to make this video and I was going to make this video and it's never the right time. It's never the right opportunity. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. You can just look past the face and just know that the information I'm giving you is a golden nugget for your future. I have love for the younger generation. I have love for anybody trying to pursue a degree or better themselves. WGU does not only offer nursing, they offer an array of degrees. So, hey, even though you're not interested in nursing, consider them for something else. At least look into them. Inquire. It never hurts to know. You can never have too much information. So, I think that's all I need to say right now. God bless. Take care. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. Talk to you later. Thank you, YouTube. Bye.